So yesterday we took a look at the Hulse Original Custom Pomade, and today, just as I promised, we'll be talking about the hair tonic. Now, if you haven't seen the video uploaded yesterday of the Hulse Original Custom Pomade, I highly recommend you to check it out. It's not a must to actually watch that video before watching this one, but it's not a necessity, but it's kind of better too, I guess. But anyway, let's get to the product itself. Let's talk about the bottle. It comes in a blue glass 2-ounce bottle, and the general design of the bottle, just like most of the other Hulse Original pomades and hair products, they're supposed to give you sort of a 1950s Americana kind of vibe to them, especially a rockabilly or greaser, workshop mechanic, or a hot rod kind of vibe to them altogether. And the design label here has somewhat of a rustic look to it, which reminds me of a 1950s style gas station or workshop. But then, because of the color scheme itself, I also think of Fallout. It really reminds you of Fallout, and the rustic look of the label just makes it look even more like a post-apocalyptic retro kind of feel to it, really. I'm probably not the only one who actually thought of this, but anyway, I should just quit my rambling and talk about the product. And it comes with an eyedropper over here, which I find really convenient to dispense over the hair, so it makes for easier distribution, into the hair. I noticed that a lot of beard oil bottles come with eyedroppers like this, and if you actually take a look at the Etsy shop description of this particular hair product in the Hulse Original Etsy shop, you would find that this is meant to be a multi-purpose tonic, a product that is very versatile. Even though it says hair tonic on the bottle, it can be used as a beard oil or a pre or a post-shave oil. And I guess that is why it comes with an eyedropper, because most beard oils actually do come in bottles with an eyedropper like this. And let's just go ahead and screw it open. Wow, the scent on it is absolutely one of my most favorite aspects about this product. According to Garrett Hall, this is the what you call the grease monkey scent, and it's very cologne-y. It's based around cedar, leather, musk, tonka bean, and well, I guess that's just the general scent. There are a couple of stuff which has base notes around this, which this scent has base notes around, but I don't exactly remember what they are. But what he just mentioned are what I can remember so far, but it's absolutely a unique scent and I love it a lot. It's very masculine, and I really wish that there could actually be a cologne with this exact scent. And this is what the product looks like. It has somewhat of a, obviously because it's a bunch of light oils mixed together, it has naturally an oily consistency, and it's well, pale yellow. But normally I'd like to dispense them around my hair drop by drop. Just put them drop by drop and just rub them in. And the best thing about this product is that it really does soften your buildup a lot, and it makes a really nice pre-styler to let heavier pomades and waxier pomades especially to go in your hair a lot easier. And after using this product, your hair would just feel super soft. So I think that should be enough. A couple of drops do me well. Normally with the tonic, I actually like to blow dry my hair because it just works better that way. Because the natural density of my hair, well, I obviously have that springy Asian hair type, but it's not as coarse or dense as most other Asian people. I'm on the relatively softer and finer side, but still it just springs out. So I'm just gonna go back in a bit and blow dry my hair. All right, I'm back from blow drying, and before I continue on talking about this tonic any further, let me give you a brief description on the intentions behind this tonic from the brewer, which you can easily read from the Etsy shop description of this product, but because I decided to be a nice person, I will give you these bits in a flash. The main purposes behind this tonic are to soften buildup, to nourish the hair, and to give it a nice healthy shine. And from what I can tell you, it does the job really, really well. So I used it as a standalone product last Sunday. That was my first time using it. And whenever I use a new tonic, I always try this as a standalone first, and throughout the rest of the week, I'll try it for other purposes. Anyway, almost dropped my comb. Anyway, as a standalone product, the hold on it is actually surprisingly good. I mean, like, it's not like a good hold, I mean, but for what it's supposed to be, it has a relatively decent hold, especially compared to other hair oils. I mean, I would be lying if I said that my hair is in place all day, because you'd expect some flopping from this, because it's just like a bunch of oils mixed together and poured into a little bottle, so an oily hold. But what's mainly keeping it together into a generally neat fashion throughout the whole day is the slickness. This stuff is a really, really nice slick to it, so that's what's really keeping it into a well-groomed style all day. But this stuff is not really designed for hold, so I'm not going to talk any further about that. And the shine on it, it's somewhere between a medium and a high. It's like a medium-high shine. And you can really, really see this shine on my sides, for example, over here. It's a notch over medium. It's too high to be described to be a medium, but it's on the lower end of high. Hence, I describe it to be the shine is between medium and high. It's described to be a healthy shine, and this is absolutely true. It does not give you that really gross, greasy look to your hair, that super wet look. It doesn't. It gives you like a really nice, healthy sheen to it. Like, if someone saw you, they'd know that you actually really took care of it somehow. And the conditioning properties behind this, it does it way too well, actually. When I used it as a standalone product, I found that it actually softened my hair a lot, and it got softer and softer throughout the day, that there's even some flattening. So if you use too much of this, your hair will be super flat. And for those of you who actually like volume, you might not really like to use it as a standalone, because it would actually decrease the hair in height throughout the day as it progresses. But don't worry though, if you use this as a pre-styler or as a topper over your pomades, it won't really do anything to the height. Generally, the same height would pretty much be maintained if that's what the pomade actually does a good job in keeping your height. So the tonic would actually not weigh down your hair. It won't decrease any volume if you use it together with other pomades. But if you use it as a standalone, it would actually decrease some volume in it. But anyway, let's talk about the greasiness factor of it. So I find that for hair oil, which is, you know, you'd expect it to be super greasy, it actually feels really clean on the scalp. Well, if I say that this product has no greasiness to it at all, I would definitely be bluffing, because all hair oils are supposed to feel greasy or oily to some extent. But for what it is, for what it's supposed to be, it is almost minimal. You barely feel much of that greasy feeling in your hair. It actually feels the opposite. It's very, very nourishing, and you can actually feel kind of like the conditioning properties as your hair gets softer. It's really nice, actually. If you rub your fingers through your hair, you would have a very, very slight film of oil, but it's nothing like a deep deposit of, as if you poured a whole barrel of mineral oil into your hair. It won't feel like that at all, because it's actually pretty clean. And the reason behind this is because it's supposed to have a quick absorption rate, and that's what it's designed to do, and really does absorb into your hair pretty quickly, especially if you use a blow dryer. It really speeds up the process. But even without a blow dryer, it absorbs into your hair quick enough. And despite absorbing into your hair pretty quickly, the shine is actually maintained and does not decrease throughout the day at all. And you would maintain the same level of shine at the end of the day as you would at the start of the morning when you first put it in. The intensity of the scent, it's meant to be a light scent, so it won't clash together with any other cologne that you splash onto your body. And this is actually a good thing for a lot of you, but for me, I really, really like the scent and naturally wanted to be around me for the whole day. And being a light scented tonic, after a few hours, at least maybe between 2 to 5 hours, depending on how much you use, you would not find the smell around you anymore. Initially, you can kind of smell it in the air around you as you move around a bit, but as the day progresses, at least after a half day or after a full day, you won't really notice the smell anymore. But if you rub your hands through your hair and smell your hand, obviously you can still smell the tonic in there. It's a really nice scent. I also use this as something to degrease my hair today, and honestly it didn't do a good job at that. There are better tonics for this purpose. I used it for the whole day, like I don't know how many drops I used, but it's definitely a lot more than what I use it right now. And it took me more than 5 rounds of shampoo to actually get out a 3-day buildup of Hall's Original pomade with some of the tonic poured over onto it. Well, yes, it really indeed softened it up, but it didn't really break down as much. It broke down a little bit though. I noticed that there's some residue and waxiness actually broken down by the tonic, but it's not as good as with other hair tonics I've used in the past. And anyway, that's not really its main purpose, so that's still okay. But for what it's supposed to do, it does the job really, really well. And I really like how if you use it over a several day buildup, it just resets your hair really, really nicely. It just rejuvenates it. And that's absolutely one of the best things I like to do with this pomade. It's one of the best things it does, actually. And when you put it in your hair over a several day buildup, it makes your hair softer again, as if you just, it feels a lot more natural, and your comb would glide a lot smoother throughout your hair. And it almost feels like the first day of putting the pomade in your hair. So it does a really great job at resetting and rejuvenating your hair. And I like it best as a pre-styler. In this fashion, it makes heavier or waxier pomades go in a lot easier as well. And as a topper, it gives you a really nice scent, so you can pour it over any bad smelling pomade that you don't like, or it gives you a really nice shine to it. It doesn't look too greasy, like I said, and it gives you a lot of slickness to your style. So if your pomade lacks slickness, just pour some of that over your hair and your problem will be solved, really. And my final verdict on Hall's Original All-Purpose Hair Tonic. I used it only as a hair tonic, and of course I don't have a beard, so I won't use it as a beard oil. I hadn't used it as a pre or post shave oil, but as a hair tonic, it really, really does the job very, very well. And I recommend this to anybody who actually love cleaner styles to their hair, because honestly, like I said, this is the kind of tonic that would weigh down your hair, like make it flatter, but yeah, it won't really give you so much of the textured look. It's not good for textured styles, but for cleaner styles and traditional, neater, slicker styles, it does the job really, really well. So if that's down your alley, then go ahead and buy some of this stuff. It's absolutely, I think it should be a staple into every modern man who enjoys the retro look like I do. So honestly, this is actually my first exposure to a homebrewed oil-based tonic. The only other oil-based tonic I've used in the past was Vaseline, which is just straight up scented mineral oil. I didn't know why I liked that so much. Maybe that's a little subjective because it was my first tonic, but anyway, it did its job, but barely. But it's best as a great gateway product, because Vaseline tonic actually opened the doors for me to try other tonics like this one. And this one just really, really blew my mind, and I absolutely love it a lot. And this is actually all I have to say for it. I highly recommend it, and it's actually best as a pre-styler, as something to reset your hair if you have several days of buildup, as a topper, and even as a standalone product. It's probably the best tonic I've actually used as a standalone, Lucky Tiger being the second. But anyway, Lucky Tiger is an alcohol-based tonic, but this is an oil-based one. This is really the best tonic I've ever used if you want to use a standalone product. But this actually performs really, really well in a lot of aspects. Not so well in degreasing, like I said, but in general, this is a really good product, and it does what it's supposed to do, what it's designed to do, really, really well. So that's all I have to say for it. If you enjoyed this video, if you got a lot of insight out of it, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell icon to never miss a single video of mine. And please do leave a comment or question below if you have any. And I'll see you in my next video. Stay greasy, everybody.